Welcome back to the Shepherd's Evening. I'm Motorcycle Pastor, and you've come to the place where we prepare ourselves to rest with the Lord when we recall His unfailing faithfulness and love to us throughout the day, and we give thanks for the salvation that He has offered to us each and every night of our lives. We get into God's holy word, and tonight we're looking at Isaiah 32:18. We were in Isaiah this morning too. That was 30:18 though. Tonight it's 32. And this scripture says, "My people will abide in a peaceful habitation." Here's what Charles writes. Peace and rest don't belong to the unregenerate. They're the peculiar possession of the Lord's people and of them only. The God of peace gives perfect peace to those whose hearts are fixed upon Him. Before the fall, God gave man the Garden of Eden as His quiet resting place. Sadly, how quickly sin spoiled the fair abode of innocence. In the day of universal wrath, when the flood swept away a guilty race, the chosen family was quietly secured in the resting place of the ark. It floated them from the old condemned world into the new earth of the rainbow and the covenant, symbolizing Jesus, the ark of our salvation. Israel rested safely beneath the blood-sprinkled dwellings of Egypt when the destroying angel smote the firstborn. And in the wilderness, the shadow of the pillar of cloud and the flowing rock gave the weary pilgrims sweet repose. Today, we rest in the promises of our faithful God, knowing that His words are full of truth and power. We rest in the doctrines of His word, which are consolation itself. We rest in the covenant of His grace, which is a haven of delight. We're more highly favored than David in the cave, or Jonah beneath his plant, for no one can invade or destroy our shelter. The person of Jesus is the quiet resting place of His people. And when we draw near to Him in the breaking of the bread, the hearing of the word, the searching of Scripture, in prayer or praise, we find that any form of approach to Him brings peace to our spirits. I hear the words of love. I gazed upon the blood. I see the mighty sacrifice, and I have peace with God. 'Tis everlasting peace, sure as Jehovah's name. 'Tis stable as His steadfast throne, forever the same. The clouds may go and come, and storms may sweep the sky. This blood-sealed friendship changes not. The cross is never nigh. Those are Charles' thoughts as we prepare ourselves to rest for this evening. You hear me often encourage you each evening to rest in the Lord. That concept that I repeat to you every night is what Charles is talking about here. Do you have rest in the Lord? And I'm not talking about your house. I'm not talking about your comfy bed. Whether you're tuning into this on a phone and you're watching from a bridge under a bridge in an old sleeping bag. Whether you're watching this in your car and that's your only place that you have to call home. Do you rest in the Lord? See, outside can be noisy, outside can be scary. You might be watching this on a video within prison. Whatever it is, wherever you are, you can have peace in God. You know, during this December time frame, we're talking about Advent, and we talk about the hope, the peace, the joy, and the love of the Lord. I'm mentioning that you can have peace, that you can have true rest in God. because it's what he offers to us and what he reminds us of in these days, in this time prior to Christmas morn when the Christmas season begins. Don't jump the gun, because peace and rest are things we need. We need to have them within us, that we might truly appreciate and look forward to the coming of Christ, coming of Jesus on Christmas morn. If all you can think about is trading presents and all this, then probably you're so busy you don't have inner peace. Take a moment, step away from the shopping list, step away from all the plans and the parties and the fiestas, step in the peace of God as you step back from the world. All that's fluff and distraction. All that can bring instability, the lack of peace. Don't let yourself be distracted from what matters, the coming of Christ. Focus on Jesus, and in so doing, you might attain the very peace that will help you rest this evening and every evening. Rest in the Lord, giving thanks for his unfailing love to you today, giving thanks for the salvation that will give you a brand new day and a new life in the Son. This is Motorcycle Pastor, wishing you all a blessed evening and reminding you that I'll see you in the morning.